What's good, guys? This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. Thank you for joining me, guys. Today in this video, we're talking about companies that make third-party lenses, third-party options for the Z mount. These companies are making some really great products as of late for your Nikon cameras. Is Nikon shooting themselves in the foot by allowing these companies to make lenses for Z mount? We're going to discuss this in this video today. Yesterday was Black Friday. Hope you guys had a great time shopping, buying all those nice gadgets or clothes or whatever you shop for. I know Nikon was having some sales for Black Friday, and they still are. A couple of $100 off. I think the Z9 is $500 off and $300 off on the Z6 III. I might pull the trigger on the Z6 III. I think it's time for me to buy that Z6 III. Before I get into it, guys, if you didn't watch my gimbal video I just uploaded on Thanksgiving Day, check that video out, guys. This gadget right here by Jihun is amazing. The best budget gimbal I've ever used, and it's packed full of features. Check that video out. I'll put the link in the description after you watch this video. So, third-party lenses. Okay, this is not a rant. This is not going to be a rant video. It's going to be a celebratory video because I think what Nikon has allowed open it possibilities for Nikon shooters. You know, I know Canon, there was some controversy in the past where Nikon just totally cut off any third party that makes lenses for RF mount. Did they shoot themselves in the foot? When you read the comments and you listen to other photographers, I don't think that was a good move on Canon's part to go ahead and lock that mount. Now, as of late, guess what? Sigma's starting to make RF lenses. So I guess slowly and surely they started making some crop sensor lenses. Number one, more options for the user when it comes to price, when it comes to lens selection. Man, you got companies like Viltrox making some amazing lenses for the budget. You got Sirui making lenses, the Aurora collection. Right now I'm recording with the 85 1.4 full frame autofocus lens for this video. They even got filters they send me. UV filters. What is this one right here? This is Nano Black Mist. And they're making great products. So why am I making this video? Well, number one, I've noticed a couple of things. For example, the Sirui 85mm that I used. 2 videos ago, I made a talking head outside wide open. The background blur, the sharpness, it was all there. It was all there. And, you know, some people say it's good enough. I think it surpasses that level of thinking. It's more than good enough. It's extraordinary what these companies are doing. The gimbal video that I mentioned, I use the Viltrox. This guy right here, the 16mm 1.8 full frame lens. You're talking about $500 for a full frame 1.8. You know what else I like about these lenses? There's aperture rings right on the lens, and you have the option to use them and not to use them. By putting it on A mode, you could just, you know, use it like any other Nikon lens without an aperture ring, which is very, very cool. This Viltrox right here has a screen. Right in the middle. I know Nikon started doing away with that as of late. Why? I don't know. I think that was a good touch. Guys, check it out. 1.4. $400 to $500. $400 to $500. You know, you start to think, okay, here's the biggest question I get. Why pay $400 or $500 if I could just put a couple of $100 more and buy the original, the Nikon Z mount version? True. That's a good question to ask. You know, there's nothing better than the original, right, guys? You know, you got the original John Carpenter's Halloween here from 1978. Same concept, you know. Which one is better? The original? That's just an analogy I'm bringing up. You know, I'm a big movie collector. You know, I mentioned Black Friday. I didn't go to no camera shop. I went to a Blu-ray shop, Game Dude, over in the Valley. I bought a bunch of movies for my collection. They were having a sale. Anyway, so the original, right? You know, you're going to get the best quality buying the Nikon stuff. Obviously, I'm not saying that these third-party options are better than the original Nikons. But what I'm saying, you're getting darn close. These third-party companies I shouldn't be saying this, but these companies are getting so close to that quality. The question is, and I want to ask you this question, other than resale value and, name recognition, if you're getting that close in terms of picture quality, whatever you look at when you decide to buy a lens, is it the background blur? Is it the corner sharpness? Is it functionality? Should you choose third party to save the money, or would you pay a few $100s more for the original? Like, for example, right? An equivalent lens, Nikon does not have a 16 millimeter. This is a lens that stands on its own 2 feet, because Nikon does not have something similar to this in a full frame lens prime setup. They have the 14, it's a zoom lens, 14-24, 14-30, but a prime 16 that does 1.8, Nikon does not have this lens. The closest thing I can think of is the 20 millimeter 1.8, 1200. I don't know how much that lens is selling for right now. Is it 800? Is it 1000? The 85 full frame. Sure. There is the 1.8. There is the $2,500 1.2 lens. That lens is huge compared to the size of this. Yes, this is a 1.4. Durability. No one talks about that. Are these lenses made to last? I know I've owned Z-mount for ever since its birth in 2018. I've never had a Z-mount lens stop working on me. They're still going. So as far as durability goes and longevity, we don't know yet, but so far so good. These companies are doing such a great job on some of these lenses that cost sometimes half or half the price of their original Nikon lenses. That is Nikon doing themselves a disservice. That's the question. And I think, no, they're not. I'm glad that Nikon is doing what they're doing and allowing Viltrox, allowing Sirui, allowing some of these other companies, Seven Artisans, to make lenses for them. Tamron, Sigma, some of the big boys out there. Make the lenses, and give Nikon shooters those options, and I'm pretty proud of what these third-party lens manufacturers are doing. Some of the smaller companies, we're not talking about Sigma or Tamron. They're much bigger than Sirui, Viltrox, and whatnot. One good thing about lenses like this, if something happens to it, if you get stolen, if it stops working, if you drop it, it breaks, it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to replace the lens in your kit. $400 or $500, sure. The premium lenses are about $400 to $500 like these, but there are some cheaper options out there as well from third party. So I'm pretty happy. I don't think that Nikon is doing itself a disservice. I actually want them to keep doing it and letting these companies make lenses for them, because you know what? The more photographers buy lenses third party for the Z mount, guess what? They own the Z mount. They need to go out and buy a Nikon mirrorless body, right? The more bodies they sell, the more money they make. There's always going to be that photographer like myself that owns the originals. There's nothing like the originals, like I said, right? The quality, the durability, the resale value, the sharpness. You're not going to get corner to corner, clinical, amazing detail, picture quality to the best extreme levels with these guys, but you'll get darn close. You'll get very, very close. And to a lot of people, that's enough. They don't need that. They don't need anything else. You can't even tell the difference sometimes. I know many professional photographers, when I see them out in the field, concert photographers, I see them shooting with third-party lenses. Now, I mentioned this Nikon Z6 III in my not too distant future. Yeah, I think I'm going to pull the trigger on that very soon, because the Z6 line of cameras has been good to me. I'm still using the original made in Japan, original Z6 all the time, and I'm using it for this video. One thing I have in common, and I was joking with somebody in the comment section on my Tony Northrup video 2 days ago, where I go, you know what? The one thing I have in common with Tony Northrup is that I can relate to him in this level where Nikon don't send us nothing. Nikon don't send me anything. Nikon don't send him anything. So I told Tony, don't feel bad, man. I don't get nothing as well. So I got to go out and get these things, you know, with my own money, purchase them, review them. And I don't mind doing it. You know, it's not going to stop me from making the videos in the future. Nikon don't want to supply me with cameras and lenses to review to make my job a little easier here. That's fine. You know, God bless them. Z6 III is coming in the not too distant future. I might pick up a Z50 Mark II. I love my ZF. I love my Z9. And I'm pretty good with my DSLRs. So that's pretty much my camera lineup. Oh, I forgot the D800. That's pretty much my camera lineup that I have as far as Nikon goes. Do I see myself shooting Canon in the future? Why not? Why not? I mean, just to test it out, just to try it out. Canon, me and my good friend of mine, we're talking about, I miss Fuji. You know, I want to start shooting Fuji sometimes because I miss that small X Pro 1, X100 cameras, XH1s that I used to have. I might pick one of those up as well, you know. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Christmas is coming up. You see the tree in the back. And yeah, good times. The holiday season, right? We're going to rock and roll it this season. The year's winding down. And I'm feeling great, guys. Thank you for joining me, guys. If this is your first time here on this channel, do me a favor. If you like what you hear, if you want photo content, if you like reviews, if you want news pieces, things like this, if you like this kind of talk, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's make this channel grow. It motivates me to make videos for you guys. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You'll be doing me a favor. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you guys very, very soon. This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. We'll see you next time. Go out, shoot with whatever lenses you have. Nikon, third party, doesn't matter. All I'm saying is that good job, Nikon. You're doing a great job. Rock and roll.